Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is having a great day. Today we are going to be looking at Gregorius Great Wars. We are going to be discussing the news and yeah, maybe we do some Dragon's Dogma 1. So with that said, in the last guide I published for Gregorius, which was mostly a refresher on the mechanics and stuff, there was a little bit of an update to the previous guide I made, just to make more clear how the mechanics works and everything. I did not put any recommendations, like a recommendations section like I did in the past, because I talked about the characters people use in the top teams, but that was like day one data, and now things have changed a little bit, but not too much. We're going to be taking a look at that. We're going to be going through why some characters are using like all variants, why some are not. Part of it is obvious because of the damage type, but there are characters that are useful in all variants because of what they offer and how they interact with the mechanics, and we're going to be going through all of that. So let's begin with the characters. Hello, hello, welcome. I was just going to start to look at the themes people are using at the all the variants of Gregorius, and going through some of the reasons why people are using those characters. I hope you're having a great day. And yeah, it's been a while. Okay, so this is like the most recent composition for this for the explosive variant. This is only now for insane difficulty because torment difficulty is on the heavy armor version, so we don't know how well will this work on torment when the normal Gregorius comes around. But this team, I try to use it myself. I have most of what's required. I only miss Mina, and I rented one, but the issue is survivability with this team. My characters are dying very often. I think survivability is lacking a little bit, so you either have to play it in like a very precise way that I don't understand, or this person knows like a very good strategy with this team that I'm not aware of. But the basic idea is you get all your debuffs from Mina and Shiroko and the organ. Obviously you give attack and effectiveness to Hina with Hoshino and with Hare, and you give crit with Ako, and the damage is amazing. Like the little time I managed to stay alive with this team, the damage is nuts. Like by the time I get to the first transition, I'm already like at 600 bars. Is amazing. Like it's so much faster than the normal composition, but I really don't know how it works because I'm dying a lot when I try this composition, but it's really interesting. Now there is another version of this team that uses Himari instead of Shiroko, uses New Year Fuka instead of Ako, and uses Koharu instead of Hare, and that composition has better survivability. The issue is that I don't have Fuka, and I could rent Fuka and use Summer Miyako instead of Mina as the tank, and I don't know if that will work, but that could be a possibility, and we're going to be trying to do that. But if it works, it's going to be amazing because the damage Hina does is just unbelievably high. It's so much damage. When it comes to Torment, this is like the standard composition people is using. Some people is not using Reisa, but this is what most people is using. Some people is using Makoto here. Let's see if we can find one that is using Makoto. But right now this seems to be like the most popular composition. But the idea is that these two put all the debuffs you need and you do all the damage with Iori. Iori's damage is really high, and Koharu keeps you alive with the casual heals from Ako too. Also, like, Mina and Reisa have really good survivability on their own, so yeah, like, they don't need too much upkeep. Let's see if there is a Makoto team around here. Let's go more down. This is still to standardize here. And let's see. Okay, it seems like Makoto teams are like out of fashion now. Everyone in the top 100 seems to be using the same team. Oops. Oh crap. But yeah, there is a Makoto team. I will show it to you. I have the preset. So the preset that this is the other team people was using, with Mina here and Makoto here. I don't have Mina, and my Makoto is not 5 stars yet. I don't have her UE 40, so I'm renting a Makoto for my heavy armor variant, and that's why I'm using her instead of Mina. Mina is a little bit better, maybe, I don't know. I think Miyako is better for rotations because her EX is cheaper, but yeah, it's I think it's a little bit of a toss. In the end, like, I think Miyako maybe has overlap in debuffs with some other characters, I don't know, but most people is using Mina instead of Miyako. Also, Mina can heal herself, maybe that's why she's better. She requires less upkeep. And yeah, the last color is blue, special armor. And this team, I mean, it's really strong, but you need to have Aru, you need to have... Hello, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. And yeah, you need to have New Year Kayoko, because we're going to be giga boosting Mutsuki for damage. Another popular team, which I don't know if we are going to be finding because everything seems to have changed since the last time I checked. It's the one I'm using now with Summer Hanako, but that team works well, but I don't know how to get the one team clear with it, but it's really strong. And we're going to be taking a look at that. I do it on 2 teams. Yeah, it's fairly easy on 2 teams. But the one team is like very tight on timings, you have to do everything perfectly, your sequence have to be immaculate for you to get it done. Hello, welcome. Yeah, okay. It's easy if I show you the presets. So let's go straight into this one, because this is probably the one that's going to give people the most issues. Understandably so, because it's a pain, the blue version, and it's also the one that requires more resources in my opinion. But so this is the team that some people is using for the one team clear. I'm not going to get the one team clear. I have to polish my sequence, but this team is fairly good. So the idea here is that we rely on Mina for the debuffs and the organ. Also, Hanako has a debuff on her normal skill, so she will be applying one of the debuffs we need. And yeah, like, we have Axel here, and all the damage is gonna be here, boosted with these 2. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw the latest stream of the JP channel. The news, pretty cool. Like, I was expecting Switch Club to have the band event, but yeah, it's still like really cool. I don't think so. If Hinata has heavy armor, I think, so she should be resistant to it, but she's just not optimal for this because her cost is too high. Like, you get a lot more damage this way. And look at that, like, it's just monstrous damage. It's doing the same amount of damage that you do with Minori when you do this on the explosive variant. And now we're new here, one debuff. Here we're going to wait for these to cleanse the attack debuff we have. And we should activate this first, and then we go here and turn around the organ. This way we don't have to worry about the organ anymore. Now you usually want to have a charge here on the water gun, so you can keep using Heavy X, but it's not like viable so many times, so just privilege your survivability. And keep renewing your debuffs so you don't die. Like, I'm playing this really poorly. I accidentally discovered there was even a stream and it was very pleasant surprise for me. I don't think I can resist pulling for that. It's gonna be hard for me not to pull. I was really expecting them to be not limited, to be honest, but yeah, that came like a kick in the butt because I want to save for Arius Summer. But if they are like these characters are limited, and I'm like, ah, crap. Now we're going to get the debuff of this spell again. And now we rotate this. Crying about seeing Yoshimi in Band Alt. Yeah, it looks really good. Like, I think they did an excellent work with these alts. The art is amazing. My fashion is about to die, and I forgot to renew the buff. Good this amount of debuffs work on Torment too. No, it doesn't work on Torment. This comp would not work on Torment. That's why it's a quote-unquote advantage that this is only Insane, and we got the Torment variant on Heavy Armor. Like, I'm barely staying at 5, and in Torment you need like 7 to stay in the green area, or 6. So yeah, no, this is not even close to enough for Torment. Remember when you get to this phase to put 1x speed. The game is going so fast anyway that you'd be doing yourself a disservice not playing on 1x. But even the heavy armor comp, oh shit, we died. Even the heavy armor comp, I feel is like a little bit on the low side on debuffs. Will the new summer event really be about Arius? If it is, oh my god, I'm so torn apart. I think it's fairly safe to say so. So here's the thing, like, if you think about it, besides a couple characters that have been shown in past events, all of them have already been released. And they released this band event that was like in the teaser, so I would not be surprised at all if the next event is the Arius Summer event, following the trend with the teaser. And because people has been crying for a Mika alt, a Summer Mika alt, for like years now. And Mika and Arius are closely related story-wise. They could actually go for the Arius event, and then you have Summer Mika as the first character. I think that's like fairly realistic to assume. Okay, debuff go. We're going to buff her, so we get charge and more damage. The only annoying part about Hanako is that little cooldown she has between casts. But other than that, she's fairly good here. Here we go. Okay, this one is going actually fairly well. So here is one thing that I'm still working out. I don't know if I should wait for this dispel before I do the first Hanako EX, but on the other hand, it's like I feel like I have to do it. Now that was not great because I didn't get the debuff from the organ, so now I'm going to be in a little bit of a tight spot with the debuffs, but it should be fine. Imagine Mikal before Seiya playable. Well, I don't think Seiya will be ever playable, and that's like the sad part. I wish she will one day be, but I'm having a hard time seeing it. It's like Rio, like it would be so cool to get Rio playable, but realistically, does anyone see Rio being playable? It's hard to know. Or like the other girl that is super popular, Rin. Oh crap. One thing that is going to be super interesting is how Airi will play. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, but her effectiveness multiplier is just ridiculous. It's almost 200%. Seiya is playable, general stun council. Yeah, exactly. So virtually never happened. Now if we got a Yumu as support, I would be super happy, but I don't think it's gonna happen, sadly. But, like, yeah, what I was saying is that Airi has 182 effectiveness buff on herself. And that sounds broken AF, but I think either her stats will be like crap, or her multipliers will be super low. She will be playable. They promise us to release all student-related NPC as playable characters. Ren is different story because... okay. Oh, yeah. I see. That makes sense, actually. But man, like, I really want Rin to be playable. Rin is just on another level. I'm waiting for sure on the foxes then. I think the foxes should be soonish. And I say ish because it's like maybe a year away. It depends on what you consider soon. But it's realistic to expect them to be like a year away or less. At least in my opinion. Because from the PV, the second PV, like I feel like there are many holes still to be filled from the second PV. But that may just be me. Okay, let's see if this time I don't die and I get to under 200 bars. Like for me, for this to be a successful run, it has to be under 200 HP bars. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Another character that I think is going to be released before Seiya is Miya and Nagusa. I feel like they are going to be released soonish. And again, ish, because in dark of a year. That's my expectation. I honestly think that we can expect the foxes and Seiya in a year plus. Yeah, like weather is like it's complicated. No, so close though. If that cast went through, we would have gotten the damage we needed. Because from the Tea Party we're only missing Seiya. From the Toki arc we are only missing of Ryo. So there are like some holes here and there that still have to be filled, but I think they are like giving a little bit more into alts during the first half of the year. I noticed that they release more new characters on the second half of the year, but that may be just me seeing a pattern where there is not. But it looks like that to me. Because between the summer event and everything else, like, we get tons of alts during the first part of the year. Okay. School? Oh, it's the stream live? I'm dead? What? Something happened? What? Okay, is everything okay? Oh god. In my screen everything is going fine. Like, is all okay? Am I being paranoid? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. Oh, Key! You mean Key, the split personality of Alice, yeah. Have you tried Torment? Yes, I tried, but it's like really hard. I will show you how hard it is later, but we are not going to be lasting more than a minute in there. It's just stupidly hard. Because I'm missing some characters, so I cannot rent all the quote-unquote optimal characters, so I'm very limited in that regard. But it's really hard. Well, at least they finally showed Kirara in the new event. Yeah, that's true. I'm sad. I wanted Kirara to be playable. Kirara and Eric are just such a fun duo. They make me laugh a lot. Ah, come on, so close. This is not Makoto. Look, give me a second. So most people is not even using Makoto in Torment, but I don't have either of them, so I cannot run both. This is so crazy and hard actually. Can you imagine top people trying stages hundreds of times? Yeah, like for example the special armor version. I've done it so many times now, and I'm still having issues getting a consistent clear to the point I want. It's just so complicated. Yeah, Iori is really good here. Yeah, this Gregorius deals mystic damage, so anyone with heavy armor will survive quote-unquote well. But yeah, like this raid is probably one of the hardest, but it's also one of my favorite raids. The music is amazing, the mechanics are not RNG. It feels like if you get everything down to a T, you can do it with no issues. Yeah, true. Iori is good, like, for example in the same clear, I do half of the damage with Iori and half with Makoto. Yeah. Yeah, that's really lucky. I don't have Raise and Mina, so... Hello, welcome! I hope you're having a great day. But, like, in the end, Iori is really good, but also is like is a restart hell. If you're not having luck with the critical hits, it's like so painful. So yeah, it's a bit of a meme, but a working meme. It's not like Yukari that is a meme in Kurokage, but it was memed so hard that many people believe in Yukari being good at Kurokage. Because it's funny, a lot of people was using Yukari in the last team to deal the final blow with Yukari, just for the memes. And it skewed a little bit the stats of the raid. I mean, Yukari still deals a crazy amount of damage, but I don't know, it's like it's not necessarily meta. Yeah, this team does not need a healer because everyone has sustain on their own. Like, she heals herself, she heals herself, she heals herself, and Ako provides all the healing we are missing. It works well when it works. Sometimes though it can be pain. But yeah, like, it's also really tight on the debuffs. Like, this comp is just... You have to... or you pull it perfectly or you don't. And that's the only thing I don't like about this composition. And yeah, like, you have to position well your areas, like, everything has to be like so calculated. Like, this right now is not great, it should be closer to 400 bars than 500 bars. So this may work. Now this is gonna trigger, so we are going to get 6 debuffs, but yeah, it's... Oops. Also, I need to remember that. I was using a different composition too, that it's a little bit safer with Goher instead of Summer Hoshino, but it's less damage, like, it's notoriously less damage. When this works, it's like amazing. Give me one more cast, one more cast. Okay, that's perfect, finally. Ah, we're finally out of Team 1, that's good. This team, if you play it perfectly, like, you can get a one team clear. I'm not there yet, but it's really close. But for now it's good enough. Now we can go into team 2. So my team 2 is basically keeping debuffs up to reduce the damage we take as much as possible, and we deal all the damage with her. The issue is that we don't have any buffs to apply to New Year Mutsuki, so our damage is a little bit lower than a comp that would boost her. We could replace, for example, her Yeah, like we could replace her, for example, with her, but the issue is that because she has light armor, she will take neutral damage and her survivability will not be great, and we are going to be really tight on healing. So I opted to do this, which is a little bit safer, it's slower, but it gets the job done. With some luck even before we get to the last phase, but let's see if we get that lucky. So what we wanna do here is we're just going to be as careful as possible to not go yellow, but we are going to be going yellow up, not yellow down, which is better than going yellow down. Like now we're at 7 debuffs, so we are yellow up, which means we are putting too many debuffs, but that means also that when they expire we are going to be green instead of red. Now that was a bad cast, because now I will not cleanse the debuff, and I will restart here. That's another thing, the timing is really tight on this comp, because if I use my Mutsuki too slow, I will not get enough EX out before the organ is targetable again. So my damage will affect it and rotate it and prevent me from cleaning the debuff. So the idea is to get like 3 Mutsuki EX here. We are going to move Mutsuki just a little bit in a bit, so she gets a better targeting position. Again, I'm using her first EX too early, I need to wait a little bit more. So that one, the organ gets targetable later, like I want it to be like really late. So here I'm gonna wait until this starts playing again. Okay, so now should be better. And this is going to get us to yellow up soonish. Okay, here I wanna be careful, I don't wanna hit this when it's targetable. Okay, perfect. We are going to heal Miyako so she stays alive. And we are going to keep applying debuffs here. So now here we're going to do that, so this turns around, and we are going to move Mutsuki here, so we can also hit that one and we get a wider area to hit. So if this works properly, I should be able to hit, yeah, perfect. And now from here on I also have the option to not hit the organ with good targeting. So I can go like this, and I will never hit the organ accidentally. At this point we have all the setup we need, and we should be smooth sailing until the end. So here again we are going to be careful not to hit it. We are going to heal her. Now that we are back black here, and now we just need to keep hitting until he dies, and we should get the clear fairly soon. Oh crap, Mina died. We're taking a lot of damage. It's funny, it's like when I have to record a guide, everything goes well until I hit record, then everything goes wrong. same here. Everything was going good until while I was practicing. I hit the go live button and everything's going wrong. Come on! An hour ago this went perfectly. I was like, oh yeah, perfect, I got it. And now we're in restart hell again. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I have been just a tad unlucky here. What do you think about TFS light armor? They sell banner that only works... Yeah. Like, honestly, I like TFS from a gameplay point of view, but I don't like it from a... how to say it? Like an investment point of view, if you wanna call it like that. I feel like TFS is a little bit of burnt resources, that if you have the resources to put into it, cool, but otherwise it's like really punishing to do so because you don't get any pyroxene. And those characters will be only good there most of the time. Ah crap, Saki is freaking my heal. So yeah, like the light armor TFS should be easier than the special armor. Should. And that's the keyword, should. But it's going to be interesting. I feel like Kazusa is going to be really good there because attack speed is really relevant there. TFS Mystic Armor was very fun to play Sakurako's main DPS. Yeah, that's true. Why is Mina going to die? Come on. But yeah, like, I liked the TFS special armor, but when you get to tier 3, like everything goes to crap because the boss still starts dealing non-neutral damage, and that's like, if you don't have the right units built, you're gone. There is like no way around it because it's so specific on the way it works. It puts you in between a rock and a hard place. Kazusa is not only for red armor, she's a buffer. Yeah, that's true. Like, Kazusa will be good until she's not, so that means when the boss deals... she has special armor, so when the boss deals mystic damage, Kazusa will not be good, but other than that she will be always good. Yellow TFS, let's go Maki and Pina. Yeah, that's true. Like, back to the classics. Okay, Saki, please do not take the heal. Perfect. Ah, finally. Okay, we got the setup here, so we are fine-ish. We just need to not screw up. Which apparently I'm a pro at screwing up because I've been screwing this run like 10 times now. Oh crap, I messed up now. I will not get the cleanse, maybe. It's all gonna depend on how quickly that goes back to targetable, but we may be in trouble here. Oh no, we're in trouble, like big trouble. Yeah, we didn't get the cleanse, so this is a restart because we have less damage now. I mean, it's not that bad, but now it's gonna be that bad because we're going to have 2 stacks of debuff, so look, our damage is gonna be nothing. It's maybe doable, but I have my doubts, like very big doubts. Come on, turn around! Nah, yeah, it is a restart. Okay, I lack of information, just take a quick look at Cherokee. Many missed potential of new banner, maybe. Which? What are we talking about? TFS or like a specific banner here? You lost me there for a second. Okay. If we're talking about TFS, just like all the characters that didn't make any sense before are good now. Which is funny, because it was like the foreshadowing was there for like months with the summer Amy and like all the other stuff that was released. But I don't know, like I shared those thoughts on the Shigure banner. I don't know if TFS is a game mode you should aim towards, because it's going to only make the gap wider between free-to-play and pay-to-play, and as free-to-play, chasing TFS looks like a bad idea to me. Like, then in practice I don't know, but the rewards as they are right now are pretty lame, and yeah, like, I think it has to get rebalanced. It's too hard for what it offers. Yoshimi's power crept, but she should be fine for TFS, so she's more of a specific boss, armor banner, but in reality her niche didn't have something like her before. She might be much better. I agree, but I have my doubts. You know what I mean? Like, Yoshimi is such a unique character that you will never know how good or bad she actually is until we get like practical testing. Because the issue with Yoshimi is that her EX costs 10, so outside of TFS makes little sense. Even if you can discount it, having a buff for herself at 5 cost is not very enticing to me. I feel like at that point I prefer to put that discount into damage dealer, so I get a lot more from that. But it's one of those things that you have to try to know. Like, before you actually try this, it's really complicated to make an accurate like prediction. That's why it was like, I think she's tailored for TFS, but I don't know, it's just so unique. There is no other character that works like that. And we're finally going to get this clear if we don't die here. And it's done, finally. So that's the 2-team clear. It's not the cleanest, but it works. Finally, victory. We did it. Okay, so now we are going to look at this like extremely quickly. We are going to be removing her just so we get a little bit of a better chance to survive, but guys, like, we are not going to last more than a minute. Like, I'm telling you this now. We are going to look at this. It's gonna last less than a minute, and then we're moving to insane. So I can show you how to do it in one team. And unless you're like a whale or like super prepared for this, do not expect to do Torment. Like, it's stupid hard. It's just stupid hard. Now, where is my Koharu? Koharu, there she is, and we need to rent Makoto, not yours. Where is the other Makoto? Oh, that's mine, this Makoto. as F2P I don't like the idea of strongly niche banners because my pyroxene are limited. Yeah, exactly, that's the issue. I think TFS characters are like the bane of F2B, because Kazusa, Yoshimi are like big favorites of some people. Like they are fairly popular, not popular enough to have like a festival banner, but they are very popular in general. So it's just painful to see that. For example, I really wanted to build for Kazusa. I'm still considering it, but you can see my pyroxene is not that high. And Summer brings like anywhere from 4 to 6 characters. If I don't save like from now, I will not make it. Like no way, compadre, that I can make it. TFS, I have heard the rewards do not include pyro. There is no pyroxene rewards currently on TFS. Will that change? Apparently not yet. They announced the second iteration with the light armor and they did not announce any reward changes. So there not been any pyroxene. It feels like it's burned pyroxene. Because in raids you can recover part of the cost of a character by using them. But in TFS you get only like, okay, you get those materials to increase your stats, which I'm gonna show you now. I need Samaratsuko too. If we get Samaratsuko, I'm pulling for her, like there is no doubt in my mind. So this is what you get from TFS. Keep in mind that I got only 29 because I only got to tier 3. You can get like, I don't know, like 100 or something like that if you get like really far. But even if you go all the way out, like level 25, as you can see, it's only like a 5, like is 1k here, 1k, like 100 here, 200 here, is like 5% increase. So that 5% will only make the difference between top players, but between you and the people in your bracket, it will very likely not make any difference. And think of this, like for every time you prepare specifically for TFS, you're not preparing for another mode and you're losing pyroxene that you could have potentially gotten. And that means that in the future you will still fall behind, and like maybe you may climb a little bit in your bracket, but you will not get closer to the top by focusing on TFS. That's my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, like time could prove me wrong, but right now for me TFS looks to me like a Wales War. No, not like a mode for everyone. Okay, let's suffer for a minute and then we go to insane. Yeah, TFS is not that important right now. Okay, so let's see how long can we last with Koharu in the team. Even if we survive for like a minute, we're not going to get a clear, like, let's be clear guys, look at that damage. Like, we are already half dead. And I messed up heal there. I messed up big there. Because I prevented Koharu from using her normal, so now my tank is gonna die. Oh nice. Koharu is so clutch when she wants to. Now we're going to heal Miyako. And look, like we are behind in debuffs, we cannot get to green. It's not going great for us guys, like really not. And we are trying. But look at this, like this is amazing, like that AoE is so big, so nice. Insane, it makes a big difference. But we are dead, like I just cannot deal with that much damage. It's just so much. Even if I didn't mess up at the beginning, the heal on On Miyako we would have been dead anyways. Like we can get one more go. Let's see if this time I do not mess it up. But guys, it's like I think you can see what I mean when I say it's impossible. Like you have to be 100% prepared for this. And yeah, but it for explosive, and yeah, an insane is more manageable. That's true. But still, like, there's Hina comps are also like iffy to me. I'm gonna show you the Hina comps later, like after we finish suffering here. So now. And I will explain you why I think they are a little bit iffy. Like, not all the Hina comps, but the ones I have tried are like really hard to balance, to be honest. I cannot get through with Hina comps. So let's give this up. So this is the most popular Hina comp. This for me is impossible. Like there is no healing here besides Ago, and it's not enough. Like it doesn't matter how much I tried, like I was dying. It's impossible for me to get alive with this comp. So what I did try, and yeah, it's gonna be an eternity if I try to find it on the ladder, so I will just go into the presets because I have saved it. So I was trying this composition that is very similar to the other Hina comp, but we are having Koharu for healing, and we are putting all our buffs here. So this composition is a little bit worse because it's slower at the beginning, because at the beginning we got discount from Shiroko with the other comp. And hello, we just finished the special armor run. It was a little bit of a pain, but we got it with 2 teams. We saw Torment and why it's like stupid, and now we're talking about Hina comps in light armor. I hope you're having a great day and welcome. So the issue with this comp is that I die. Like I don't know like what can I do to survive, but I just don't get enough healing. Like Koharu will die. But I never expected to clear Torment in this Great Wars, to be honest. I'm surprised that it feels like it could be done, but it's just not. Hina has great AoE, and I'm gonna show you, we're gonna fail this, but I'm gonna show you just how much damage she deals, because it's stupid. And I forgot to set up my skills, so let's hope we get Mine in the starting lineup. Come on. Ah, crap. No, wait, we still have a shot. We need to rotate from here into here. Come on. Ah, crap. Okay, back to lobby. And this time I need to remember to set up the skills. I'm actually feeling decently sick, but I'm okay. Oh man. I hope you get well soon. Last week, no, not last week, the one prior to that, I was feeling really sick. I did stream, but I was not feeling it. And yeah, like I was on one hand happy that not many showed up, to be honest, because I was like, I'm dying. As a Toki main, she feels like joke right now compared to Hina, but but fine, I still love to play her anyways. So the issue is that I like Toki a lot, but I never felt like she had a niche. Like she was really good in Great Wars Bina, but that's it. And I don't know, it feels bad that Toki was like never good at like, or no, let's word it differently. She was like never the best at anything. Oh crap. Oh, we made it. Okay. Look at that, like, that damage is stupid. That's so much damage. Like, we are already at 780. Like, usually, like, we get to this phase with 800 bars. Like, it's like a truck hitting a puppy. It's stupid. But here I die, like, I just can't keep Koharu alive here. Like, Koharu will die. Like, that kills me every time. And I cannot find a solution for that. I don't know what it is that I can do. There must be a time in there that I can use to keep her alive, but she's dying every time. Talking mechanic is so clunky and energy hungry. Yeah, it's like her armor piercing is really high, but yeah, like it's too much of a trade-off. It's too big. I've seen a lot of clears with her. I'm not surely why she's dying. Yeah, like me neither. Like I wish I knew why she's dying. Like, I've seen a lot of people doing this team and like it works perfect. Like look at that damage. It's just so much. Like it never stops to me. Like it's always impressive to me. Hello, welcome. We're trying to figure out how to run the Hina comp for this Great Wars. The issue is that my Koharu is dying every time. And she's gonna die now again. Maybe she's alive. She's alive. Okay, we may make it a little bit farther this time, but it's a big maybe. Because she's gonna die now. Ah, crap. Like, why? Why she's dying? That's so annoying. Because without her heals we are like in the dumpster. It's just so... No, come on, she never does that. Like, why now? Okay, this went all wrong. Yeah, the issues that I didn't like about Hina. She's too powerful, she clears Torment in one team, meaning you won't need 4 teams with different dealers, where Toki, Saori, Nonomi can be decently good. Yeah, like, before Hina released, I said I didn't want Hina to be like so strong that she made like Aru obsolete. I wanted to be a little bit better than Aru, but she's like way better than Aru. Like way better than Aru. Like and she's also way better than Asusa. Like Hieronymus, Kaiten. Now here, like Hina it's like the Mika of explosive, but I feel like she's even more abusive than Mika because Mika is just good because she's tanky and she deals a lot of damage. But her damage, for example, Chin Naus get out DPS by Kayoko, Tres Kayoko in Bina. So make of that what you will, but if that's happening, it means that Mika can have competition. Right now, Hina does not have any competition, like she has no enemies. She's like, okay, I'm here and you will like it. I will wait a little bit before I use Koharu. Yeah, I plan to play Toki as first team. If Hina is first, basically I never to play my Toki again. Yeah, and I feel you. Like, Mika is good, but you use Kasusa, Kayoko, Yuzu. Yeah, exactly, like, Mika is good, but she is not like making everyone else obsolete. While Hina is just too good. She's just too good. And it's not like I dislike Hina being good, but I feel like she's too good. Yeah, exactly. Hina. The other issue with Hina is that she has elastic armor, so she's neutral against everything. So she doesn't have like a bad matchup. Yeah, exactly. Like right now, I feel like Hina did hit a breakpoint that I was not. I didn't want to hit, to be honest. I feel like Hina just got to that easy breakpoint now. Like, okay, now I can do this. Like, exactly. Like Mika still leaves room for other characters because she's a specialist in single target, but Mika just, I mean, Dreshina just does everything. Her single target is good because she has good attack speed. Her AoE is good. Even her EX is good as a single target skill. Mick is slowly getting weaker. It's about time we get a broken alt. Yeah. They'll balance it out somehow eventually, but we'll have to wait a while, I think. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they will, in a way, make other characters more viable. JFDs are great for that. I like JFDs because they allow you to use characters that you wouldn't normally use with the special rules. Like, there was one I was using a level 1 Megu. Like, it's... JFDs are great. I love JFD. It gives lives to not meta characters. I think that's amazing. Do we know if the new event will ever change weakness? What do you mean? The new event will ever change weaknesses? You mean like an armor goes from being weak to one thing to another? That? Like I'm having a hard time following along. I don't think so, it would be counterintuitive. I think they want to keep the game as intuitive as possible. If that's what you mean. But I may be misunderstanding you. I need to go. Oh, see you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, oh, okay, you mean TFS. TFS is changing. Next iteration of TFS is light armor. So, yeah, it's already changing. And that will happen on the 25th of this month, so Thursday. Soon enough. Oh, that may give some students extra roles as well. Yeah, I mean, TFS opens the door for many characters, like, I'm not gonna deny that. But at the same time, TFS is like... Does it really matter? In a way it does, but in another way it's like it matters if you are a certain type of player, and that's the type of player that puts money. That's in my opinion. Like, I don't judge people for putting money into the game either. Like, I think that if you have the spending power to do, like, all the power to you, but I think TFS is not catering to F2P or like the general public. TFS, 6 strikers, plus 4 specials, yeah. That's TFS, 10 men, 10 girl team. Thank you for the shortcut, Lamao. Shortcut? Wait, what did I miss? I'm such a bad streamer. Well, I'm not a streamer. I just do this when I have time, so... For me, this is like a time for me to talk with the viewers. Oh, yeah. Special slots in TFS are less competitive. Like, there is more space for you to experiment with characters. Yeah, like having 4 slots opens just so many possibilities. Is great. Like right now, like in normal raids, the competition is super tight. Oh crap, we were so close. Like in that sense, I like TFS because for the longest time now, having 2 slots means that you want to have an Axel character and one character to help you with something specific. Having 10 teams means that you have your Axel, you have a space for a healer, you have a space for a buffer, you have a space for a shielder, like you have a lot of space there. Isn't this team doing better surprisingly? Yeah, it does. It's safer to use. This team is the most classic standard team for Gregorius. It's doing better because it's safer, but it's slower, it's a lot slower. If the other teams gets going, it just so fast, so fast. But the other team is a lot faster. Time for B-tier characters, high cost, attack speed. Yeah, exactly. Like TFS, I have like, we have a saying like, we say I have like mixed feelings about it. It's just great for some stuff, but for some stuff it's complicated. I don't know what I think about TFS other than it's fun. That's my only thought about TFS. It's fun. Let's put it like that. It's fun, but it's not for everyone. I think that's fair actually. It's fun, but it's not for everyone. That's TFS, in my mind. And this run is going horrible, like really bad. There is another team that I want to try in a bit, that is like a mix between this and the other team that should have good survivability and be a little bit faster than this one. But I want to get a good clear with this team one time, just to have it out there. Even though I have one in the latest guide I published, like there is one good clear there. But I want to get one here now. Oh crap, we haven't done the insane clear in heavy armor. We're gonna do that too, before I forget again. Hard is good in my opinion. It shouldn't be hard enough for you to... Yeah, I mean, I like that the game mode is hard, but I feel like it's hard for the wrong reasons, if you get what I mean. I feel like it's hard because it needs you to have specific characters, and otherwise you're screwed. Like, I couldn't get farther than tier 3 because I didn't have like all the characters that I needed to. Oh crap. I'm screwing this up so much. If TFS, not a score chaser, is gonna be fun. A ton of cost region and spamming EX skill. Yeah, hello, welcome. I hope you're doing great. The issue with TFS is that you're not chasing scores there because there is no ladder, but you want to get as far as possible to get the upgrade materials, because those will help you get better scores in other modes. Like, that's the issue with TFS. It's gonna make the gap between like top players and like average players even bigger, because it offers extra power to those for those that already have a lot of power. That's the issue I see with TFS. But I don't know, like, I've been told that it's not a fair way to see it either, like, but I think it's pretty fair to say that. Like, let's be honest, like, it's... if you have TFS characters, great, but if you don't, you're screwed. Like, there is no workaround. I don't know why this is going so bad though. It should be about 600 bars at this point. My timings are all off. There are a lot of non-limited characters, good students that you should need to specifically be someone. Yeah, exactly. Like, there is stuff that you shouldn't need, but you need, and that's a little bit bad. Those new additional stat systems have a cap. Yes, level 25 is the cap, which is about 5% extra stats. Hello, welcome, thank you for subscribing. But yeah, there is a cap to how much stats you can get. So you will eventually catch up. That's true too. You can catch up, but you're going to be behind for a long time before you actually catch up. Yes, Bunny Toki. That's my subscribe alert. Is the GIF visible too when it pops on the screen? Like, I also put a GIF there, so I hope it's also visible. Yeah, Bunny Togi is a fun character, I like her a lot. Probably my favorite from that group. Come on, come on, no! 3 bars away, come on. Ah, that's so painful though. Yeah, like, I know my timings are a little bit off. I'm more focused on reading chat than doing the raid, but it's fine, like, that's part of the fun. But come on, 3 bars away. Then it's fine. I think you also gain some stats, even if someone gains more, the gap shouldn't be too big. And in the end, it will be RNG decide who's better. That's partially true. That's partially true. Because, okay, let's put it this way, and it may be, I mean, it's not maybe the most fair way to look at it, but I feel like it's gonna be this way. So you get access to the new stats. Okay, wait. So let's start from the beginning. So now we have this new system here that allows us to upgrade our stats. The cap is on level 25 and it's about a 5% increase, something like that. I haven't done the math recently, but let's say it's 5%. Okay, so this Mika is completely maxed and she gets like let's say you get all these stats on a completely maxed Mika. So that's 5% on this character. But this 5% is not the same for every character, because to access this system you only require to have the character at max rarity and max level. So if your UE is not level 50, let's say you have UE 30, so you have only unlocked the weapon but you haven't upgraded at all. The 5% increase you will get is inferior to the 5% increase someone that has the same character maxed will get. So the gap will stay more or less the same, but there is also now an additional issue that you have to account for. And the problem with that is that you may get, let's say, one character upgraded every 2 or 3 iterations of TFS. The people that is on top of you, like especially the top players, will get one character every TFS, or maybe every 2, depending on how many upgrade materials you can get per iteration. But let's say you can upgrade fully one character per TFS if you have like reached the cap materials for that TFS iteration. So the next time a raid comes around, the other person will have 1, 2, 3 characters over, and well, 3 characters upgraded maybe, and you will have 1. And then that person will have a full team, and you will have 2. So it's 5% on every character you don't have max upgraded compared to the other person. So in the end, let's say you have 2, the other one has 3. So you're missing 15% compared to the other player. So it's not only 5%, it's 5% on a character plus the stats you're missing from the UE, plus when you sum up all the team. So the gap will get a lot wider for like maybe the first year, and then it will balance out. But initially it's not gonna be great. Now, from what I've seen now, the stat increase applies to the base stat. So let's go back to Mika. So she has 84k HP, but here we see 41 because that's her base stat. But this is still a stat that will get multiplied later. So this 2k here will translate in like maybe 5k because there is stuff that works on percentages, like 11% HP. So all of those percentages will multiply on top of each other. So I don't know how big it will be, but it's gonna make a difference. And that's my fear, that maybe for a year or maybe year and a half, that difference will be actually really heavy. $84k HP and 1.88k evasion on a DPS Mick is a gorilla stat cheater, yeah, true. Is your point, as it wasn't annoying enough to get us to UE 50, level 90, now you need to do this too. Exactly, so now there is another thing that will be gapping us from the top players, or not even top players, but every person that spends, let's say you're free to play, a person that gets the monthly passes will be even stronger than you now because they have more access to resources that they can use to rank, like get further in TFS, and slowly but surely that advantage will build up. And I don't really care too much. I have never been chasing ranks. I've gotten some platinums, but most of the time I play in gold rank, and I don't really care because it's only 200 pyroxene. What is annoying to me is that TFS right now feels like from the bottom, like the first 3 tiers give shit rewards. So it's almost like not even a participation price, like you get shit rewards from the first 3 tiers. And like I say first 3, but in reality I mean first 2, because in tier 3 I could not even complete a floor. So yeah, it's complicated. Limit break are very little improved, mostly effects with score chaser, I guess. I mean, even for score chasers it will be more about RNG to decide your honorable one. Yeah, but like, okay, that's true to a point, to a certain degree, because it's true that there are one-shot mechanics that are RNG, but there are some mechanics that are not necessarily a one-shot, and having more stats will make it easier for you to survive those. Like, for example, like in freaking Ghost, Mika in Ghost, she's like 50-50 chance to survive when Ghost throws the bomb at her. With more stats, that 50-50 will be like maybe 60-40 on her favor. So every bit of RNG that is not like binary, so you're alive or you're dead, is going to be more inclined to the person with more stats than the other one. You see what I mean? Like, it only applies to like binary mechanics, like dead or alive. If it's not a binary mechanic, you have a big advantage. But to be clear, like, I think like it doesn't affect my enjoyment of the game. Like, I don't care really about being like farther away from the whales. Like, it's fine. But I feel like I don't want people to be under the illusion that they will be able to compete in something that they will not be able to compete. I think it's better to be honest with oneself and say, okay, like, this is another like block on the road. I can walk over it or around it. There are ways to overcome this block, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna take me longer than the other person that has a ladder or has a bicycle. You see what I mean? But again, like, that's my opinion. In the end, like, it's how I see this stuff. Oh, by the way, how was your UC multiple? Ah, man, that one was. I'm not a user believer for Avena. I mean, I just did make a like I thought about doing the user strat, but I was like, nah, man. I've been restarting raids over and over and over and over. Like, I want to do like different strats, but user strat is just such a pain in the butt because there is so much restarting involved. Like, you miss one crit and the whole strat falls apart. It's such a pain. Like, the damage is amazing, but miss one crit and you go back to the beginning. Yeah, Makoto is great. Like, she's so dumb, but she's great. I got place 1001 with pretty mediocre RNG, in my opinion. Nice. For insane Mika comp, can one team and don't need crit fishing. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, for raids, like, you have two ways of doing it: speedrunning or like consistently. Mika is consistent, uses speedrun, but be ready to restart. Well, you only need to have 6 consecutive crits for a good enough score. Yeah, like 6 consecutive crits. Like, you know what are the chances on that? It's like not great. Like, maybe you get that one every 5 runs, 10 runs, like it's like really hard. I like my Yusu here is not maxed, but we can check. Let me see, where is my Yusu? Yusu-chan, Doko, Yusu-chan. There she is. Here crit rate is 441. So 441 is not amazing. But let me check what's the max she can get. One in 8 rounds. I mean, 1 in 8, 44. Or you mean you got it after 8 runs or 8 runs? Like you did it 8 times. Here max critical is 741. I think that's less than 40%. That should be like about 35%, and without taking in consideration the stats of the boss. Gold is good too, Chigurya meme. Yeah, like I mean, gold is fine. Like you get 200 less pyroxene. Like it's completely fine. Yeah, it's not worth going bald. True. I didn't notice I have this ready. Cool. At some point I will upgrade my Yuzu. Tier 4, as you can see, Sherlock don't like gambling. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, gambling is not for me. That's why at some point I have to get this. Okay, you did 8 runs and you got it. Next time I got it in 10 or so runs, but there is also some RNG after that. My clears was enough anyway. Yeah, tier 4 equipment. Yeah, my use at one point has to get upgraded, like, that's true. But I just don't have the resources. Like, the issue is that it's easier to build newer characters than the back catalog. Also, you need to malt just one. After that, yeah, that's true. If you get one clean run for scoring, then you can just go to Mika for stability. That's true too. Man, I hope they spook me soon. I was so mad I couldn't get them. I didn't have any Pyrox and I had like 900 Pyrox and that back then. Okay, but wait. I'm getting distracted again. We need to do heavy armor. At least one heavy armor clear here. I mean, like, yeah, like I expected Aru to be good with Mika and like characters with guaranteed critical, and she is. And she's been used either with a crit rate booster or with a guaranteed critical character. Kayoko is only good for now, like right now, she has been only good for Bina. Outside of Bina, I have never seen Kayoko. I hope you're right, mate. I really hope you're right, because I really want to get Kayoko and Aru, especially Aru. Like, Aru is one of my favorite characters. Like, I think my favorites are Hibiki, Aru, and who else? There, Haruna too. Like, there are so many good characters, to be honest. Just so many good characters. Blue Archive is a gold mine for good characters. Yeah, we're Aru enjoyers. True. But I want a good alt for Hibiki. The only alt she has is Shed, and Hibiki is my favorite character. Give me freaking Hibiki with a good alt. That's all I want. I just built Aris Maid because I don't have Wakamu. Cannot be too mild at the crit. Oh yeah, true. True. That's true pain. I don't use Maid Aris because I hate crit fishing. I just hate crit fishing. It's so annoying to crit fish. Kayoko should be good for yellow TFS maybe, and yellow Hieronymus maybe. Her passive may be an issue. I don't remember her passive right now. Let me check. Let me put this in pause. So, Kayoko passive. At the start of battle, activate infiltration mode. This ends when Kayoko is attacked. After infiltration mode ends, if Kayoko is not attacked for 10 seconds, enter infiltration mode again. When in infiltration mode, increase own critical damage by 63.8% at a max level. I don't think she will be ever on touch, either in Hieronymus or TFS. There is a lot of cheap damage there, so I don't think her sub will ever actually work in there. Because like, you will get the initial, like you will get a one-time cast, basically. You will get the initial activation and then you will lose it and you will never get it again because there is no 10 seconds of free of damage in there. Now I don't think she's gonna work in TFS because Kayoko, like dress Kayoko, it's good to a degree because her crit damage is stupid high, but if she's not critting, she's dealing no damage, like 0 damage. That's the issue with dress Kayoko. Because her stats are fairly low, like her attack is like 3k, it's like really low. So yeah, that's problematic. Oh man, Makoto is so good. Way better than Minori. So much more reliable. Oh crap, I turned it around. No! I didn't pay attention to the organ. It's white, black. That's the order for the organ to be facing you. Oh crap. Okay, here we go. I think I missed one debuff, yeah. Freak. Come on, I'm doing like really bad. I should still be able to clear it, maybe. Like Makoto and Iori deal a lot of freaking damage. Okay, let's see if this time I don't turn it around. Okay, good. But it's going bad. This could be a lot better. Kayoko dress needs a specific situation to perform Mika, and TFS is kind of chaos. Yeah, exactly, like, she's good until she's not. Can you shield her from damage? Yeah, but when do you want to run a shielder in, for example, Hieronymus? Like, hardly ever. That's the issue. On TFS you can, but you have to be careful with the repositioning. Like, you know, some shielders actually move your character, so it's hard because the TFS setup is really delicate. So if you mess up your setup, you're done, and Hieronymus you don't want a shielder. Especially with Kaede getting a new item. It depends on how good that item is though. If the item is bad, like there is not much to do. It's all gonna depend, like, there are too many factors. Also, Kaede can only shield 4 characters, so I don't think she's gonna be good in TFS anyways. Unless her item removes that hard limit of 4 characters on her EX. It's just guesswork for now. We will wait and see. Kayoko for now is meta on Bina, and I think that's already good. Like being meta, like hard meta on one thing and outperforming Mika and Yuzu strat is like, what else can you ask for? Like, it's already a lot. Those are like really fixed metas for a while now. So being able to come in and disrupt the game in that fashion is like pretty impressive. It is not a must, but it's good enough. Ah crap, I didn't put it in 1 extra speed. Beating Mika in one thing is about as impressive as it gets. Yeah, exactly. In Bina, yeah, the boss attacks is pretty telegraphed and we get no much focus. Yeah, exactly. Like, Bina is a good scenario for her. For example, in HOD, like, hypothetically, you couldn't even use her because there is a lot of cheap damage constantly attacking you. So it's not good for HOD. I think, for example, Kayoko will shine a lot in Great Wars like Shirokuro. Like at the beginning, especially phase 1, there is nothing that stops you from getting your sub activated. So she will be really good there. Like anywhere where she can be relatively safe. And where the damage type is not an issue, because her armor type, I don't remember what it is, but as long as she's not taking effective damage, she should be fine. Ah crap, I turned it around again. Like earlier today I was clearing this like with 20 seconds to spare, and now I'm failing like crazy. Okay, now we're doing fine-ish. We're gonna wait a little bit here. Now we go. Streamer luck. Well, it's also about her def ignoring. It's if there is nothing to ignore the other DPS like Mika. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the other thing. Like her stats are low, but she ignores defense, so that balances the damage out. But still, most of her damage comes from her critting. Ah, crap. Okay, now I get it. But yeah, the defense ignore is pretty huge actually. It ignores how 64%. Yeah, it's a lot, over half of the defense. And consider also that Bina is one of the raids with the highest defense stats, so that makes her even better there. I'm gonna wait here, I'm not gonna use Makoto. Yeah, that was a good decision. I got to go. So yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for coming. Okay, this one is the clear finally. Unless we screw up again. But we are gonna get it. Maybe. Let's stay in the maybe. And then when we get it, we can say we always knew it. It's almost midnight. Oh man. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out like the best time to do this. So last Friday it was like, okay, like clocks got shifted, so it's some people may have issues. Have a good night and thanks for coming. I will see if I can move the stream like 1 hour earlier, so it's not midnight for everyone watching. Ah crap, we screwed up. We're gonna get 2 stacks of debuff here. This is bad. Because a lot of the damage comes from Iori. If she gets 2 stacks of the debuff, we are gone. It's usually in the middle of the day for my timing, so I'm fine either way. Yeah, I'm guessing you're from Europe too. So for you should be about the same time as for me. Let's guess my country, Asia. I'm guessing Southeast Asia? Like, because of the demographics information YouTube's provide me, there is a lot of people from Indonesia, Vietnam and Philippines that watch my channel, so I'm guessing one of those. I might wanna play JP again just to clear comms with you. Yeah, I mean that would be fun. Like I like when people also get involved. Like it's fun. Also, you can run my characters, I can run yours. It's like, in the end, for me, it's like when I stream, it's like playing the game with a bunch of friends. I'm close. Okay, I'm a good guesser, but don't put your geographical information out there. I'm very paranoid about the privacy, so I don't want anyone sharing more than what they feel comfortable with. I re-downloaded today to see how I'm feeling. I mean, JP, it's great. It has so many quality of life updates that haven't hit global yet, so I love playing in JP. It's a lot more chill than playing in global, to be honest. Quality of life makes such a difference. Now I understand the sense of the name quality of life updates. It's truly quality of life. Everything is more organized and like clearer to see, like yes. It just works better. That's how I feel. Like for now my global account is also not great because of it. Like I'm so like not enthused about going through all the stuff again in global that I have a little bit of a hard time keeping up with my global account. I still do my best to keep it up to date, but it's like sometimes it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. Come on, we can do this. We just need a couple good hits with Iori. She needs to crit. Come on, Iori. Come on. We didn't get the crits. No. Nagisa banner is still active? Yeah, she's still active. Until Wednesday, you have time to pull for Nagisa and Toki. Mostly Nagisa, because Toki got power crept 2 times already, so... Hello, welcome! I hope you're doing great. I'm failing at my heavy armor insane clears, which is funny because I got it so easily today, and now I'm failing every time. I'm doing fine, thank you. It's been a week. Quite a week, but it's a good week. Well, good night. See you. But yeah, like Ah crap, I've been making so many mistakes. This raid is incredible. What do you think about the new Kazusa design arcade-wise? Okay, so design-wise, I think she looks fine. It could have been a little bit better, but it's fine. Kid-wise is a TFS character, is nothing else, it's a TFS character. She may find use somewhere else, probably in Great Wars, but it's looking like a TFS character to me. Which I don't like too much. I feel like TFS characters are like in a weird spot to me. But also the fact that she's limited also is like a little bit in bad taste to me. Like I wanted her to not be limited. Yeah, like Kazusa is a TFS student. I feel like Yoshimi is also a TFS student. Airi too. Like this bunch is all TFS. Yeah, like they are like together. I think they are excellent. They work so well with each other. Also, like their abilities work with each other. Like they are meant to be played together, but TFS is just pain. Oh, come on, Iori, why did you hit that? Oh, freak. Oh yeah, me neither. I don't want Seiya to be a TFS character. If they make her a TFS character, I will be so annoyed. Seiya has to be like generally good. If she's not generally good, it's like stupid. But we're screwed here because of that. Freaking Iori. Making limited for TFS is a pretty ballsy move. Yeah, exactly. Oh, welcome by the way, Bodoka. Hello, hello. Both Mika and Nagis are so good, it would be unfair. In what sense? Oh, yeah. You mean like if Seiya was like only good for TFS? Yeah, exactly. But also because like it's been the discussion of the day, I guess. Like TFS is just so unrewarding right now, especially if you're like staying low in the tiers. The rewards are so not worth it. So pulling for TFS characters for F2P is like, okay, I'm gonna burn my Pyrox in reserve and gonna put my mind to peace, I guess. It's just so punishing right now. That's why I don't like TFS. I feel it's like so limiting. It's true that there are characters that are generally good that work in TFS, but like TFS characters do not work anywhere else. I was kind of hoping that they announced new upgrade rewards from TFS. Upgraded rewards for TFS, and they did fix Grand Assault after the beta period after all. Yeah, I don't think they will fix, quote unquote, fix the TFS rewards because they like it how it is. And I don't like it, to be honest. I feel like TFS is going to be a gap mode, to be honest. Because it's true, like individually the stats do not add too much, but you have to consider like teams are not made of one character. And there are so many factors that affect a raid, a clear in general. Like, do we think 3.5 anniversary students gonna be TFS focused too? I hope not. I really hope not. And my guess is that it's gonna be swimsuit Mika. And if they make a Mika a specialist for TFS, I don't think people is gonna be happy about that. Like people has been begging for a Mika alt for over a year now, and if it's a TFS character, people is not gonna be happy. Because from what I've seen, and a friend from the JP server also told me, like, JP is not happy with TFS. Like, they hate TFS right now. Because the rewards feel so bad that even whales do not like it. So I think there is a lot of work to be done in TFS. So if they make an anniversary character a TFS specialist, it's gonna be like really bad. The only thing is that they have built so much goodwill in the community that I don't think it's gonna affect them at any point. Yeah, right. Rewards seem underwhelming for me as well. Yeah, exactly. Like, rewards are shit. What if Mika alt will be a TFS specialist but welfare 1 star? I don't think Mika is gonna get a welfare 1 star alt. Mika is probably one of the most popular characters in Blue Archive, if not the most. Like, she's for sure in the top 5 popular characters. Like, JP loves freaking Mika. She also not gets screen time whatsoever to increase popularity. It's impressive. Yeah, exactly. Like, Mika is barely ever present and she's so popular. But I mean, Mika is a great character. She's really funny. I can see why people likes Mika so much, but yeah, I agree. Like, it's quite impressive that a character that is like so like in the background is still so popular. Personally hoping they expand GA to include sonic damage. Oh, Great Assault to include sonic damage. Like, Purple needs way more content to justify the inclusion. I think the next raid, it's gonna be also Sonic. The issue is that right now the Sonic character pool is really small, so it's kind of hard for them to put too much content for Sonic characters. I'm guessing they will add like 2 or 3 more characters, then they will add a new raid, then they will add like 3 or 4 more, and then they will expand probably GA. Like, it's gonna be very gradual. There are students like that were they too important? Give me a second. They are too important, so they only show up on important or their own events. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all the Sonic characters are AoE. We need single target dealers too. I mean, Hanako is just a monster. Like, she can do single, she can do AoE, she can do everything. Hanako is stupid in more than a way. Like, Hanako is one of the meta DPS for this in the special armor variant. Hanako is just so good. Harley and like, yeah, she's not. Sorry, there was an ambulance passing. No, it's not coming for me, so don't worry. But yeah, like that would have been a little bit too noisy. But yeah, Hanako is not Dresghina levels of good, but she's really good. Mystic Hanako would carry the shit out of that color. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's funny because I was theorizing because before this Great Wars came around, blue characters are not great in general for AoE. And I was like, okay, Hinata is not gonna work because the setup for Hinata to work is really expensive and slow, and this raid does not give you that much space to set up. So I was theorizing about using Hanako, and it ended up being one of the top picks at the beginning, and now I cannot find the freaking people that was using her, but there was a one team clear with Hanako, and I have come very close to do it actually too, so I know it's possible. So Hanako, even being Sonic, she carries the blue raid, because remember guys that Sonic damage is 150% bonus versus special armor. It's not 200%, but it's still 150, which is really good. Hot take, I think first character should be on Wakamo power level. I think Mika power level is acceptable though. Like, Dress Hina is too much, but I feel like Mika is fine. I don't think that Mika is that OP. Especially now, like Mika has fallen off grace lately. And I don't think that's bad, I think that's good. Like, it's good to have variety. But Hina right now feels like she's just stupidly strong, like there is no comparison. But that may be just me. Do you mean lore-wise or kit-wise? Kit-wise. I feel like Mika is fine kit-wise right now. Mika got balanced out with time. But I don't see that happening with freaking Dress Hina because of her armor type being Sonic. She doesn't have like any real danger to her. Her damage is good in all scenarios like single target and AoE. She has effectiveness buffs, like she's so strong. Yeah, I know Mika is over a year old now, but I feel like still, even when Mika came out, she was super good, but I never felt like she trivialized content to the degree that Hina did. Like, the power that Hina brought to the game is just ridiculous. Like, Torment raids are one teams now, and like insane raids are like speedruns. It's just so much power into Hina. Ah, crap. Kit-wise, it's just not fun when a single character dominates damage type. Yeah, Mika or Hanako level is fine. Wakamo is too weak. I find that while Mika is quite useful, that other students fit better. Dress Hina is absurdly strong. Yeah, exactly. Like, Mika is good. She's like a good generalist, but anytime you need AoE, Mika falls a little bit. It's true, like she's still the meta DPS for Chisat, for example. But you still need to take Mika to Chisat. You have to clear the way with AoE, now with Makoto. Before we used Momoi and other combination of characters with Iori, but we had to open the way for Mika. Now the issue I see with Dress Hina is that she just, as long as she's alive, she's destroying everything. The problem with Summer Hanako is that she's the first Sonic character and she was first, so everyone got her. So pretty much every new character has to compete against her. Yeah, first student should dominate ST or AoE, not both. Yeah, like, okay, on the Hanako thing, Hanako, I don't think characters need to compete with Hanako. And one good way to put this into perspective, actually, I think it's fine to have like a quote-unquote top DPS, but what I think is not fine is to have like a top DPS that makes everyone else look bad. So here's the thing, Hanako is good, she has the highest Sonic DPS, but Kasumi, for example. Where is Kasumi? Kasumi is here, okay. Kasumi is also an attacker, so she would be quote-unquote competing with Hanako. But you don't use Kasumi because she's an attacker. You use her because she provides a debuff. A debuff that you can use to empower Hanako. So you don't necessarily need to compete with Hanako, you can be complementary to Hanako. The issue with Hina is that you cannot be complementary to Hina being on the same role. Like, you either are a support and you're keeping her alive or giving her stats, or you're not in the same team. Because there is no damage that comes close to Hina, and there is no utility that you need other than giving her more damage or keeping her alive. It's just stupidly good. And the issue is that Hanako is good currently because there is no single target scenario for Sonic. Even Kurokage, your damage windows are AoE, because he breaks into fragments and you deal AoE damage. But as soon as AoE is not an element, Hanako will fall off quite a bit. The issue is that Hina is also good in single target, she's good in AoE. So she power crept Aru, she power crept Asusa, and like, I don't see where she would be bad because of her armor type, because she has no weakness. While Mika was similar, she did not perform well in AoE, and her armor type has a weakness. She has light armor, so in Chizet, for example, she's good, but you have to play well, otherwise she dies. And because she's a front character, she's more exposed to damage, so it's also harder to play well in a way. Hina, yeah, also, like, yeah, Mika has bad accuracy, but Hina is like, okay, I have no weakness, I have stupid damage, I'm good at every scenario, my attack is one of the highest in the game. Like, Hina is like, okay, I will come and you will look, and that's it. Because Aru has a really high attack stat, like, she has more attack than Hina. She does have more attack than Hina. Like, if you compare, Aru with UE40 has a higher attack stat. And this multiplier, it's, when you add it up, is higher, but it's one instance. Hina has 3 instances of damage with a multiplier that is similar in value. And she has effectiveness. Like, it's like, come on. Like, how does anyone compete with this? Like, one shot of that amount of damage with effectiveness on top. Like are we being real here? Like, it's just too much power. And I said it when she was about to be released. I said, I don't want Hina to be so powerful that she makes everyone else look bad. And sadly, it happened. Sadly, it happened. Like, the power creep level that Hina brought is just too high. I think it was like too big of a power step here. I wanted her to be more powerful, but not this much more powerful. The other issue with Mika is that she has a range of damage. I've seen her do low damage on her EX skill. Yeah, because Mika's EX skill does more damage the more HP the target has. Is this the mechanic that makes her so strong? So the weaker the enemy gets, the weaker she gets. Hina never gets weaker. I mean, yeah, like, I mean, it's not about wanting to struggle, it's about wanting variety, and I feel like Hina completely removes the variety element. Hina is just like, if you have Hina and you're not using it, you're using her, you're losing. We should expect more difficult content for Dress Hina maybe, but I don't think more difficult content fixes the issue. To be fair, Hines being this good is helpful for free to play as well from meta element. Okay, so on the first thing, I don't think more difficult content is the solution, because if you make even more difficult content, Hina will be even stronger. You see what I mean? Like, it will create even a bigger gap between Hina and the rest of the cast. Because, okay, you make harder content, so the characters that were already weaker compared to Hina are now weaker. So I don't think it's a solution. When it comes to Hina being good for free to play, I agree. It's fine. I like her being strong. I just think that power creep is natural in games, but I think that Hina was too big of a step into the power creep. Like, instead of taking one step, they took 4 steps. So, like, I don't know, I feel like they went a little bit too far with Hina in power. I would have liked her to be just a little bit weaker. Like, yeah, stronger than Aru, stronger than Asusa, like, you can have that, but it's just too much of a difference. And the no weakness stuff with the elastic armor makes it even worse in a way. Yeah, I think Hanako is fine. Hanako, Mika are fine, because again, like, Hanako is good because of right now there is nothing that is bad for her, and Mika is good because she's tanky and she has like good damage, but I don't think she's like abusive. Like, there are characters that deal more damage than Mika, so like, if you want to speedrun, you're not using Mika, you're using another character. So there is still places or situations in which you don't want to use Mika. There are places in which you will not want to use Hanako. But currently Hina is like, you want to use her everywhere. I feel like that's the issue with Hina. But again, I maybe I'm just being a little bit picky here. It's like, there may be a new difficulty tier, Hardened and Torment. That would be horrible. No, yeah, I got that. That was what you meant, James, by the way. It's just, I don't think that's a solution. I mean, we are bound to get, like, I don't know, nightmare mode. Like, there will be another difficulty tier. But I don't think that's the solution right now. Purple armor type will probably introduce to Grand Assault in JP someday, because as of now there is not a lot of purple attack types student, and there's not to be so much, yeah. And there is more to be, so yeah. Like I was saying that before, like right now the Sonic student pool is very limited, but once they get the ball rolling and we have like 4 or 5 more students, I would not be surprised if Elastic Armor becomes available in Great Wars. It's just a matter of time. I almost screwed that up. Okay, perfect. But yeah, like I'd give it maybe 6 months before that happened. I think that would be too soon. I mean, it depends. Maybe we get like 4 more characters in 6 months. That's also possible. it's all gonna depend on what they do in that time frame, to be honest. And I think that the half anniversary character is gonna be Sonic again. I would not be surprised at all if the next half anniversary character is Sonic. And I don't mean the hedgehog, I mean the tag type. Oh man, I am not a comedian. We should get more purple raids as well to make them worth. Yeah, true. I honestly kind of surprised that Toki didn't get a bond gear. Toki is very strong, to be honest. I don't think she needs it. I just think that there are other characters, Hina, that are too strong, so she doesn't have a moment to shine. So you see why it is a problem now. New difficulty could be introduced after level cap rise to 95. I don't think. I mean, yeah, that could be a factor too. Like, I'm not sure, to be honest, at this point. Like, when it comes to like new difficulty tiers and stuff, I have never really found the pattern for them to do it. They do things in a certain way, but I don't see how they do the difficulty. It feels really random to me. Kaho, Miyako, and Kaede. It's Miyu, not Miyako. It's Miyu, the one that is getting it. But yeah, they all needed it. A lot. Especially Kaho. Kaho wasn't useful before. I hope this will give her some life. If I didn't die there, I would have made it. I'm curious for what the effects are gonna be. Okay guys, I just realized I'm a little bit over on time, so this is going to be the last attempt. I'm a little bit annoyed that I have not gotten it on the stream, because I got it before the stream, and like on day 1, 2 I managed it, and now I'm not getting it. But I have to go. It's been over 2 hours and it's getting... I'm going late for something I have to do, so this is going to be the last attempt. I will give it my best go, maybe. But yeah, like it's been fun. I'll be grinding Nagisa today. I'll tell you my results next stream. Yeah, like let me know. And next stream, I want to stream more often. Like, I don't know if every week, but I've been like this month I did 3 streams instead of 2, and maybe I want to do that more often. It's just a matter of finding time and finding also the best time for you guys, because with the time changes and everything, it's getting complicated for me to coordinate things. But I think this time is fine for now. Like, it seemed to work for many, so maybe this will be the new stream time. Saturdays at 5. I mean 5 for me. Ah crap, okay. I made some mistakes and things didn't go well. Oh man, but I mean Saturdays should be fine. Miyu and Kaho might be good with their bond gear. Like you can Wakamo did. Yeah, I think Kaho and Miyu will get probably a lot better. I don't know what Kaede. It works wonders for me. Okay, perfect. So I think this time works pretty much for everyone. For some people it's like about midnight, close to the end of the stream, so maybe I move it 1 hour earlier. But yeah, Saturdays may be the day. Maybe next month there will be a new event after Trinity event. Okay, so here's my guess, and after this I'm saying goodbye. I think that after this event we are getting a Hakyaku event, because we are overdue for a continuation of the Hakyaku story arc, and I think we are getting the Hakyaku event also because we got the main story improvements, and after that we are going to start getting into the summer event. So there will be like one more big event and two minor events in between now and the summer event. But that's all for today, guys. Everyone, thanks for watching the stream, and yeah, see you next time. I hope it was fun. I had a lot of fun talking about the news and stuff, so if you are in the same boat as me, start saving for summer, because summer is gonna be quite juicy. A lot of great characters coming. Bye bye, see ya.